Now, both of these phones have premium metal and glass designs, but when it comes to the looks, you will agree when I say that the Redmi K20 Pro is the most stunning phone of the two. See, the OnePlus 7 is a premium phone, but it has the same design as the OnePlus 60. And if you consider just the back, this design goes back to the OnePlus 6, so it's nothing new. The K20 Pro, on the other hand, has this really cool gradient finish that's definitely more appealing. So the point goes to the K20 Pro. Okay, so next up, both of these phones have the usual buttons, the USB-C port. Both of these phones don't have the micro SD slot, but the Redmi K20 Pro has a couple of things that the OnePlus 7 lacks. First up, the good old headphone jack. Yes, most premium phones are skipping the headphone jack, but to be honest, it's still a hassle, so points to the Redmi K20 Pro. Another thing that the OnePlus 7 lacks is a notification LED. The Redmi K20 Pro has a notification LED on the top with the pop-up camera, and while it's not as convenient as a notification LED on the front, it's still pretty handy, so points and love to the K20 Pro. So it's 3-0 so far, and I know what you're thinking. You're thinking the Redmi K20 Pro is going to win this by a big margin or something, but let me tell you that I think you should watch this video till the very end because there are quite a few twists and turns. So yeah, anyway, moving on. Now, one area where the roles have reversed from last year is speakers. See, last year the Poco F1 had a stereo speaker while the OnePlus 60 had a single speaker. This time around the OnePlus 7 brings dual stereo speakers, and those are definitely better than the single bottom firing speaker of the Redmi K20 Pro. So the first points to the OnePlus 7. Okay, so the OnePlus 7 finally gets a point, but that's pretty much everything about the design. Let's move on to the display. So unlike the Poco F1 last year, the Redmi K20 Pro brings an HDR AMOLED display, and it's beautiful. It's vibrant, it has deep blacks, it's just great. The OnePlus 7 also has an HDR AMOLED display, and like the K20 Pro, it has all the usual AMOLED tricks. Punchy colors, beautiful deep blacks. So yeah, it's a tie, guys. Now, while the display quality on both these phones is great, the Redmi K20 Pro has a bezel-less design compared to the OnePlus 7, which has a teardrop notch display. And it's pretty obvious which looks more modern and more immersive. So points to the Redmi K20 Pro. Now, the bezel-less design on the K20 Pro has this to thank. Yes, the pop-up camera. Now, while this looks cool, this results in slow face unlock. The OnePlus 7, on the other hand, has super fast face unlock, and well, the K20 Pro's face unlock is just no match for that. Point to the OnePlus 7. Okay, so 4-2. Now, coming to the display protection, this is where the OnePlus 7 gets ahead. The OnePlus 7 has Gorilla Glass 6 on the front, while the K20 Pro has Gorilla Glass 5. So yes, the OnePlus 7 has better display protection, so the OnePlus 7 wins a point here. Now, apart from that, both these phones have under-display fingerprint scanners, and in my usage, they both have been similarly fast and fairly consistent, so I think it's a tie. Okay, so the score is 4-3, and I know the Redmi K20 Pro is still ahead, but the lead has narrowed. Anyway, moving on to the hardware now. So both of these phones are flagship smartphones. The K20 Pro and the OnePlus 7 come with the same top-end Snapdragon 855 chipset with up to 8 GB of RAM, and having used these phones, I can say that both of them perform like a flagship phone should. Be it in day-to-day usage or gaming, both of these phones are great on the performance front. So yes, it's a tie on the performance front, but there's one area where the OnePlus 7 gets ahead, and that is storage. See, the OnePlus 7 comes with the new UFS 3.0 storage, while the K20 Pro comes with the UFS 2.1 storage. Now, both of these storages have fast read-write speeds, but the UFS 3.0 is obviously the newer standard and is faster. So yeah, points to the OnePlus 7. Okay, so it's 4-4. Yes, things are heating up. It's time to talk about the software now. So the Redmi K20 Pro comes with MIUI 10, with which we have a love-hate relation really. Now, we all love the various features MIUI brings, but we hate the fact that it has ads and it can get a little bloaty. The OnePlus 7 comes with the OxygenOS 9.5, and I have to say, this is my favorite implementation of Android. It is feature-rich, yet so stock, understated and nice. Well, we all know which is better here, OxygenOS. So it started with 3-0 and now we are at 4-5. Yes, the OnePlus 7 gets the lead finally. But things are about to get more interesting as we move on to the cameras. Well, the Redmi K20 Pro has a triple camera setup while the OnePlus 7 has a dual camera setup. So on paper, the Redmi K20 Pro does seem more well equipped, but let's take it one by one. Starting with the primary cameras on these phones, here are some comparison photos. Now you will notice that both the OnePlus 7 and Redmi K20 Pro capture good photos in good light. But as you can see in this photo, the OnePlus 7 is just slightly better with slightly better contrast. Here's another example where the OnePlus 7 has better details. See? In low light too, the Redmi K20 Pro captures decentish photos, but the photos from the OnePlus 7 are just brighter and sharper. I mean, it's not a huge margin, but the OnePlus 7 is definitely the better performer when it comes to the main camera. While the primary camera on the OnePlus 7 is obviously better, the Redmi K20 Pro hits back with its other cameras. The K20 Pro has a telephoto lens which lets you take 2x optical zoom photos as well as portrait mode photos. Now I know the OnePlus 7 has a depth sensor, but when it comes to the portrait mode photos, the K20 Pro is better. As you can see, the photos from the K20 Pro have more natural colors on the face and it has slightly better edge detection. Plus, the K20 Pro has two modes to shoot portrait mode photos in, so yes, points to the Redmi K20 Pro. Now, the Redmi K20 Pro also has a third camera, the really cool ultra wide angle lens, which results in some really cool photos. Look at this. But the OnePlus 7 does not have an ultra wide angle lens, so well, we are back to square one. It's 6.6 now, and I know it's pretty interesting. But coming to the videos, both the phones support 4K at 60 FPS video recording support, but which is better? Here's a 4K video from both the phones side by side. Well, thanks to OIS, the OnePlus 7 video is obviously better as it's more stable. But I like the video quality from the K20 Pro better because it has more natural colors. The OnePlus video is just a little bit on the warmer side. Now here's a 1080p video for comparison's sake. This time EIS kicks in, so both the videos are pretty stable, but again, the OnePlus video is on the warmer side. The K20 Pro video just has more natural colors. So yes, the K20 Pro has slightly better video quality, while the OnePlus 7 has better stability in 4K. But I will give this a tie. Then there's the front camera. How does the 20 megapixel selfie camera on the K20 Pro compare to the 16 megapixel selfie camera on the OnePlus 7? Well, here are some selfies and let me just put it out there. The OnePlus 7 takes better selfies. Another example of megapixels don't mean everything. As you can see, the OnePlus 7 selfies are more detailed and have better colors. Just zoom in on the face. Yeah, it's clear that the OnePlus 7 is better here, so points to the OnePlus 7. Well, 6, 7, it's pretty close, huh? Lastly, there's the battery and the charging, where like the rest of this matchup, it's pretty close. So the OnePlus 7 has a 3700 mAh battery while the Redmi K20 Pro has a 4000 mAh battery. Well, it's not a big difference, but having used these phones, I can tell you that the Redmi K20 Pro does have better battery life. So point to the Redmi. Okay, so it's 7.7. Now, when it comes to the charging, both the phones support fast charging. The Redmi K20 Pro comes with an 18-watt charger bundle in the box, while the OnePlus 7 comes with a 20-watt charger in the box. Now, comparing the charging speeds, the OnePlus 7 is obviously faster. The OnePlus 7 takes 75 minutes to go from 10 to 100%, while the K20 Pro takes 95 minutes. So it's a difference of 20 minutes. Now I know that the Redmi K20 Pro supports 27-watt fast charging as well, but the 18-watt charger is what comes in the box, so we are going to stick with this result. So points to the OnePlus 7. Okay, so it seems like the OnePlus 7 is ahead. But there's one thing left, and that is the price, which is a huge factor. Now, I know people are saying that the Redmi K20 Pro is overpriced, it's expensive, but you know what? It's just that Xiaomi increased our expectations last year with the Poco F1, and the Redmi K20 Pro is just failing to live up to those high expectations. Yes, the Redmi K20 Pro is priced higher at Rs 27,999 than the Poco F1, but I think the Redmi K20 Pro brings a lot at this price. This makes it the cheapest Snapdragon 855 phone in India, and yeah, I think it deserves a point here. Yes, both the Redmi K20 Pro and the OnePlus 7 are at 8 points, and you know what that means? Both these phones are pretty great. At Rs 28,000 and Rs 33,000, Both the Redmi K20 Pro and the OnePlus 7 are equally value for money smartphones. Now I know what you're thinking. You're thinking this is one of your usual comparison videos where the end result is something like it all depends on you, it all boils down to what you want, buy the one that suits your needs. Well, it's not going to be the case here. Let me clear things up. See, what are the three things that really matter in a smartphone? Performance, experience, and the cameras. So the performance on both of these phones are flagship grade, top of the line. However, when it comes to the experience and the cameras, the OnePlus 7 just gets ahead. I think the OnePlus 7 is the better phone here because of the software experience it offers and the camera performance from the main primary lens. Don't get me wrong, the Redmi K20 Pro is still an amazing smartphone to buy for anyone looking for a powerful, feature-packed, modern-looking smartphone on a budget of around 28,000 rupees. But yes, after doing the math, the OnePlus 7 is my choice. Well, that was a lot of fun, right? Honestly, I wasn't expecting a tie, but I guess it's the season of ties. Anyway, which phone do you prefer? Tell us in the comment section below. Also, give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video and make sure to share it with your friends who are confused between the Redmi K20 Pro and the OnePlus 7. Lastly, subscribe to our channel for more amazing tech videos. Well, that's me signing off. Thanks for watching and I will see you in the next one.